Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name is Michelle. I'm joined today with Susie and our 20 penguins. Now, a popular question that's often asked of us is, what do we feed our penguins? Well, they do get a mixture of herring and capelin, and at this feed, it doesn't look like everybody's all that hungry. They had a late morning breakfast, and so pretty much what we're doing is just kind of sitting around. If any penguins want something, they can come up to me. I see some penguins looking for some food, but for the most part, I think they're just enjoying their swim time. And if you notice, they're just kind of falling asleep in front of me. We offer them about 3 feeds a day. Sometimes they want to eat, sometimes they don't. It's all up to the penguin. Now, if you are aware of our chicks, we just recently moved our chicks into our behind the scenes area. So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to start getting them acclimated to their new friends here at the exhibit. We'll slowly start taking some into the back area, and later on we'll start getting them used to their new home. That does take quite a bit of time, just because we want to make sure to do it very, very safely. But we do have our 3 penguins now in our behind the scenes area, so we no longer have a nursery for them. They're big penguins now. They are in a nice little cooler area, so it's protected by the sun, so they don't have to deal with that. But they do have a nice swimming pool that they're utilizing. Now, a lot of times people wonder if the penguins look a little bit different. Gats here just went through his catastrophic molt, so he has all new feathers in. But if you look over here, this is Admiral Fancy Pants over in the front. That's a stare. What they're doing is they're actually getting a little bit bigger because they're getting ready to go into their molt. The feathers start to look a little brownish, and that tells me that they are ready to get rid of those feathers to grow in some new feathers. But the penguins will actually gain quite a bit of weight before they go into this, because they're going to be sitting up on deck for a good 2 weeks while they lose all those feathers to grow new feathers, and that does take quite a bit out of the system. So they'll swell up, fill up, and then all those feathers will go, and then they'll get some beautiful new feathers just like Gats has right now. Now, if you look at our penguins, they look pretty nice and happy. These are temperate penguins. That means that they like this weather just like you and I. We do not need to have ice in this exhibit just for that reason. They're found off the coast of South America, and they do most of all their foraging and fishing off those waters. And those waters are quite chilly. Our exhibit temperature is around 60 degrees to mimic what they're found in. And normally those are all cold water species, so they eat a lot of things like sardines and different things like that, cold water fish. Now, our animals, like I said, eat a mixture of herring and capelin. It all depends on what penguin we're talking about. We have some penguins that only like capelin, some that only eat herring. Penguins are a lot like 3-year-olds. They like to eat food one way or the other, and it's our jobs as their trainers to know which penguin likes what. Now, each penguin does have an ID badge. If they don't, it's because they are getting ready either to go into molts, like a stare over there, or just finishing molt like Gats here. But those numbers on their badge correspond with kind of almost like an ID number. So every penguin in North America has their own ID number, like a social security number, and that's how we tell who they are. So when we look at penguins, we are a subset of the North American population, and at any time our penguins can be moved to another facility to promote good genetic dispersion. Now, we do have our 3 chicks, and we're very happy about that. Like I said, they're eating well. They're getting a mixture of herring and capelin. They're already showing affinity to herring more so than capelin, but that can change. We try to offer them both, but sometimes they just like what they like. Now, they are getting big penguins. We don't have to cut their food anymore, which is very nice on our part. And they eat normally what everybody else does. They're averaging around 4 to 5 herring a day. They're getting their vitamins and their meds just like all the other penguins, and so they're doing quite well. And if you would like to take a look, as well as kind of promote your own name, we are doing an adopt a animal program with our penguin that is our green band penguin. And if you go on our website, you can actually adopt at the $100 level or more. You can submit your name for us to kind of look at. At the end of the adopt program, we will be choosing a name from those submissions, and that way we're going to kind of look at her personality, because it is a little female. We're going to look at her personality and see which best suits her, and then we will so name her. Well, at this point, I'd like to sign off, but say thank you all for coming to the aquarium, because your admission does help us take care of all of our animals. So for myself, Suzie, and all of our penguins here, we hope you enjoyed the day, and we hope to see you again real soon.